Good afternoon, everybody. I am here with my brother, Rabbi Scott, for our weekly conversation. We apologize for not being live last week. However, my brother, the old guy, was a little under the weather. I think allergies or something was real bad last week. But thank God he's back this week and ready for our conversation.
Yep. This week's Torah portion is Zav, and one of the messages within it is listed in Leviticus that the fire upon the altar shall be kept burning, and the priest shall put wood on it every morning. Um, and this is in relation to you and I every day, uh, firing ourselves up for God, for our life, for things that He has placed in our lives. For that way we can be kind of focused on it, because if you're not fired up about it, you're often kind of complaining, unsure.
Kind of half stepping it.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that you continuously burning that inner flame, and just getting really, get don't just lay there and if but get up and get moving, or we would say in the military, get motivated. But that was a clever way for them to simply to get you to move. Uh, but it's the same principle. You have to get up and get involved in your life. Uh, you know, uh, God sends the rain, but you have to till the field. So it's for you and I to every day, constantly get motivated and to get moving.
Speaking of tilling the field, me and Bob were putting a little garden together in the back of the house, and I think Bob said it pretty good yesterday. He's like, you know what, we can till the field, we can plant the seeds, we can water it, but then we have to, step back and let God give it time to grow.
Yeah.
While still tending the field. So, um, you know, the same thing goes for everybody in whatever lot they're planted in, whatever field they're working in. Um, it's on them to mind their garden, if you will.
Yeah. In the Talmud, it says that the altar is symbolic for our heart, and that whatever you and I burn there, in essence, will be what has precedence there. So if it's the goodness of God, that's going to burn there. Is going to burn away other things that don't belong there. If it's other things, well, then you're going to have an empty stove, an empty altar. It's going to be cold, dank, dark, uh, with no heat or no energy generated. So you have to resolve in your heart every day to get up, fire up, thank God for it. And that's the other part of it, is being thankful, right?
Absolutely.
Every single day. Leviticus 7, it says that we're to give thanks every day. The the offering of Thanksgiving is a everyday thing, and it helps you to see your life in a better perspective. Um, yes, you may not have everything going for you, but you have potential.
You woke up, you're breathing. That's your opportunity to go out and work your field, whatever your field is. Um, you can sit there and do the whole "woe is me" 100 times over, and at the end of that day, the only thing you'll have accomplished is to feel that much more sorrier for yourself. as opposed to, giving thanks that you're alive. God's given you that day to make the most of.
They say that in the Messianic era, that when you and I we're dwelling, we're there with the Messiah, and He's come. It said that it's going to be a time of the other prayers, the ones of mourning, and it's primarily going to be the prayers of thanksgiving, the praise, the worship. So I don't know about you, but I'm eager for that time, for that period, when we're in this euphoric existence. But you and I have to do our work till we get there, till that happens. So the good news is
Speaking of happenings,
yeah. This Thursday at Mainland, 7790 Mainland Drive, we'll be celebrating Purim. So come out at 7 p.m. and let us celebrate the story of Hadassah, Esther, and let us learn the lessons from that. If you come out, the coffee's on me. But going back to the thing, it's this euphoric state. You and I have a little bit of time till where we need to be. Ishka and I, we watched that movie, An Interview with God, last night, and it was an interesting movie. And just like last week's Torah portion, part of it is you and I are called to be God's hands and feet, if you will, His representation, praying against sickness, praying against and speaking against these things as well. So, in respect to the Messianic era that's on its way, in respect to the Messiah that's going to be here any day, you and I must prepare the field, and we must help the people come out of ignorance and into the revelation of God, into a healing, fulfilling, full walk with the Creator through our Messiah. So choose this day to serve God, to get up to make a difference. And yes, you may not always bat 100, but get up and try. And that's what God expects of us. That's what we can do for each other, our best.
that being said, Saturday morning, or Friday, right? Are they doing it this Friday?
What?
The Erev Shabbat dinner?
Yes, that's every Friday. Let's go back. There are no classes here this Thursday because we'll be at Mainland Drive for the Purim celebration. Friday, there will be the Erev Shabbat meal here at 1418.
West Woodlawn Avenue.
And then Shabbat morning service. Come on out. I know that the praise team, the worship team, they have things that are going to be very, very moving. So come out and celebrate with us. You don't have to be Jewish, but you do have to be open-minded. So come out and let us fellowship together. Where many cords are tightly wound, we cannot easily be broken.
That being said, feel free to share the live stream either on Facebook or YouTube. If you have questions, any kind of question regarding Messianic Judaism or faith or theologically based type questions, feel free to message us. BaruchEloheinu.gmail or BaruchEloheinu.sa@gmail.com or the website www.beknc.com.
And thank you to the two sisters who sent questions in for last time's session. Those were really good questions, and I very much appreciate it.
Look forward to receiving more and more of your posts with questions. Um, any feedback is welcome, positive, negative. We look at the negative as a positive because there's a lesson in that somewhere as well. So feel free to comment, to ask questions via the live feed during this thread.
Yeah. So, toda achiot, toda mishpocha. Thank you very much for your questions. Thank you for your love, and we'll see you next week or this week at one of the
Events.
yes. Blessings and shalom. Somebody somewhere is going to hear that and say, "Oh, he popped a beer after that."